We'll start with the identification tag on the side. Here you can find the manufacturer, your VIN number, the date it was manufactured, tire sizes and pressures, gross vehicle weights. Up top is a VIN number and then your cargo weight. At the front, I'll start with your breakaway here. The key pulls out, but one thing to remember, like if your battery's hooked up and the key's pulled out, it activates your brakes. It's fine if it's put back in, you know, in a short period of time, but if it is left out for an extended period of time, it can damage your brakes. So that's one thing to kind of make sure that that key stays in. Up front is your batteries. These aren't maintenance-free batteries. You may have to add water to them at some point. When you're not using your unit, I would disconnect them, and there is a disconnect on this. For winter storage, I would put them somewhere warm. Your spare tire is down at the front, and the rod out the side, you just crank it down. This is for a solar panel. There is a pigtail inside. If you do choose to add a solar panel, that's where you plug that in. Two 30-pound propane tanks, selector in the middle, arrow points to which tank is going to be feeding. And then there is a gauge here. It kind of just tells you if there's pressure. Goes red to green as soon as you hit pressure. This is for your landing gear and your stabilizers. There is instructions underneath, kind of tells you what to do. To put power, you hit the top, the up and down arrow at the same time. And then the little thing goes green, and then you can lift it up, go down. You can do auto level, which will put your stabilizers and everything and just kind of level out the whole unit. Your front compartment here. Right there that's your battery disconnect. And then you have a light there. Low point drain there. So right underneath here, I'll just kind of tilt my thing. There's a red and blue hose. So in behind here, there's two valves that you can open up. They're really, the only time that you have to open up is after you winterize. You can open those valves and it'll just let out the last little bit of water. It's just kind of the low point of your water system. Outside hot and cold, and there is a blue hose on the other side. I'll show it to you. It's just a quick connect and it's got a garden hose connector on it. You have your coax cable ins, and they are labeled satellite 1, satellite 2, satellite 3. You have your tank flush there. If you are going to be using your tank flush, and that is for your black tank, make sure you have your black tank valve open, or it'll just fill your tank up. This here is just a light. This turns on your pump, your water pump, on and off. This is a valve. If you want to fill your tank, you're going to hook up your garden hose here. You're going to have the lever this way, and you'll just pump your water in. If you're going to be doing your city water, you're at a campsite and you got water right at your campsite there, put your garden hose in here, the same spot, and just flip your valve down, and then you're good to go. I'll leave it there at tank fill. This is for your shore cord. It is a 50 amp. Underneath is your sewer dump. You'll notice along the sides, it'll say black holding tank. So right underneath there, you can see there's a valve right there next to where your short cord plugs in. It says gray. There's a tank there, and then closer to the slide, it says gray. Underneath there is a valve. So everything's kind of marked out where it's at. Your hot water heater, it is gas or electric, 110. All the controls are on the inside. The only thing to know back here is your plug here goes in to the drain, and that's very important when you do your winterization to make sure that's emptied, or else your hot water heater will be split by spring. 2 vents on top of each other in the slide is your fridge vents. All the controls are on the inside. There's really no reason to go into these. This little hose here is for condensation, so that you want to make sure that's always sticking out. The little vent next there is for your range above your stove. Radio antenna. See your rear stabilizer there. Power. You have sewer hose in your back bumper. Rear ladder, which it's a good idea to inspect your roof once a year just to make sure that you don't have any rips or tears. And your sealant all looks good. You do have a backup camera on this unit, and the monitor will be inside. Receiver, and on this receiver it tells you your weights there, so that's good. Propane line out the back with a quick coupler and valve. One thing to note also on these is on your wheels, the center cap pops off and there's grease nipples in behind, so you can grease your wheel bearings. And I would give it a couple shots a year. You don't have to overdo it. You don't want to be filling them right up, but a couple shots a year would be good. And also, when I passed it, it says low point drain on your slide, and that is your water drain. So that's your freshwater tank drain right there. And the things down beside it, that's your overflows. So you can't do any damage by filling your tank up too much. It just kind of spills out on the ground after. There's your main entrance door. Power awning. There's a light switch here, which is just a light that goes, it's on underneath your steps here. 2 outside speakers. And here's your hose. It's just a quick connect. There's a spray port here, and that's just a cold water, but on the other side there's hot and cold. You can plug it in there. This crank here is for your spare tire. And then there's a place to put a TV if you ever decide you want a TV outside. This is an output for a coax for your satellite or cable, and a power outlet. Place for extra propane bottle if you need. And a 110 power outlet up front. That's it. We will head inside and show you where things are in there.